As an entrepreneur that runs a series of private businesses and an NGO, I think it's very important to put together policies at the workplace that creates a safe environment for women. It's to have a zero tolerance policy again for anything that happens. And on a personal level, as a person who is present in the public sphere and on media platforms and so on, it's important to keep the pressure, to keep talking about the issue, to keep talking about various aspects of the issue, so how the issue affects not only women, but how it affects our children, how it affects the society as a whole. Honestly, what prompted me to take an active role in the movement is just sheer anger. The recent events over the summer showed examples of sexual harassment that we hadn't seen before. I'm sure they were happening before, but they hadn't been exposed in that same way. So I was so angry that I was moved to action. So I just turned the camera on and started ranting effectively. Well, I can't really say that I've taken on a role as an activist. I really see myself as a concerned citizen. I feel that this is not just a women's issue, I think it's a human rights issue. I was recently appointed to the Global Board of Equality Now. Equality Now is an NGO based out of New York that has been working for more than a decade on women's rights issues from a legal standpoint. I'm very privileged now to be working on this issue on a global scale, and also not just seeing what is happening in Egypt, but also seeing what is happening in other countries and how we can benefit from the journeys of other countries and where the similarities lie and where there could be wins. I think the goal should be that we live in a society, in a country that has zero tolerance for any form of sexual harassment, to live in a society where everyone is potentially a whistleblower for anything wrong that they see happening. I say this because I think it's going to take several years to educate the entire population about this, because this is something that's unfortunately to some extent ingrained in our society. But so there has to be, in the short term, there has to be repercussions. There has to be strong penalties that are put forth for anyone that does anything like that. And we all hope that very soon we can live in a safe environment. I think the AUC has been at the forefront of this issue from the start. So the institution itself, being its staff, its professors, its faculty, has been very active, and the AUC SpeakUp Dialog is one example of that. But also on the student side, we all know Nadine Ashraf started Assault Police, and there's many other AUCs who started initiatives in that field. And they really were the pioneers of this current movement, the ones that brought it to the public light, the ones that continue to put the pressure on. My message to AUC is really just to keep doing what you're doing. I'm sure the students that are doing these efforts are inspiring so many other students to do the same. So I really hope that we can continue the efforts that have been done so far. I'm very proud to be an AUCian, especially in this time with this issue, because AUC has taken such a leadership role in it. And from that perspective, I'm very hopeful and look for more positive things to come in the future.